to My Psychic Connection. And yes, it's We Psychics 3. I'm Innerji, the metaphysical crone, your host for this evening. And very shortly, I'll be introducing you to two of my beautiful psychic sisters. But if this is your first time here at My Psychic Connection, or, if you've might have forgotten rules a little bit, I want to go over how the readings work for everyone so that we can make sure that you can have your questions answered. Now, of course, we have our 2-minute free readings. So one question only for those. And when that bell goes, we have to zip our lips and move on to the next question. However, you can have a donated reading. So if you're on a radio platform and you'd like to have a reading, you can pop on over either to Facebook or to YouTube, and in the chat, you can click the donations button and type in your question. With the donated readings, you jump to the top of the queue, and we have a number of them for you to choose from. We have a 3-minute donated reading with one question. Now, for that one, you need to choose the psychic that you would like to read that question for you. We also have a 5-minute general reading. Now, this is the only time that we will do a general reading. No general readings in the 2-minute sessions. So if you would like a general 5-minute reading, you can click the donation link for that, and you will have, yes, triple the psychics reading for you in that 5-minute time frame. We also have the mini and the mega readings. They are both untimed. The mini reading is also just one question, please. And then the mega reading, which takes you to the number 1 spot in the queue, you can ask more than one question and on different topics. And of course, for the mini and the mega, all 3 of us will be taking turns reading for you to give you a full picture, a full answer to your question. Now, we do have some no-go zones when it comes to doing readings. The first one is that we don't do any medical or health-related readings at all. They are best left to the professionals. And also in some countries, it is illegal for anyone other than a qualified health professional to answer those questions. Now, the exact same thing applies when it comes to legal or law-related questions as well. Always best left to the professionals. Now, when it comes to questions, the more specific you can make your question, the more detail we can look into very quickly in terms of giving you insights and answers. So we like a bit of juice, we like a bit of meat. And if you're vegetarian, I'll say, let's just put in a lot of rice instead. But make your questions specific and juicy and meaty, and we will hop in and answer them for you. Now, I'm not here on my own tonight. As I said, I have 2 beautiful psychic sisters with me, and the first lovely person I would like to introduce is our beautiful Bunny. So welcome, Bunny.
Hi,
how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Innerji? It's been a very short amount of time for us. It's been a week. How are you?
Oh, look, I am great. I am revved up, ready to go. How about you?
I'm ready to have some fun tonight. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Awesome. Now, of course, it's not just Bunny and I tonight. We have one of our psychic superstars, as I like to call her. It is our beautiful psychic squirrel. Hi. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here. We're switching around.
Yes.
I love all the switching. We'll do a Brady Bunch. It's been such a long time since we've done a show together, so I'm really excited to have you here as well.
How does it feel to be Innerji surrounded by woodland creatures?
Oh, I feel very earthy. I feel very grounded.
It's very
I think I want to get my reindeer on and be a reindeer with you in the forest.
Get the horns.
Well, we've got all the horns, all the stag horns. Well, we have great 3 of us tonight. As I always like to say, triple the treat and triple the fun. So let's go ahead and take our first reading and see who we have and get this party started. And we have our beautiful Audrey. Hello, Audrey. Audrey asks, is a school called Rose a good idea to have my 6-year-old attend? I have to make the decision soon. This is mainly virtual, which I don't know how to do this and work at the same time. Yeah, it is a bit of a juggling act. And Audrey goes on to say, but I refuse to put her in a kindergarten public school like a normal 5 days a week. Thanks. Well, Audrey, let's have a look. I think the real crux of the matter here is how you're going to cope with it all, as well as, you know, having your 6-year-old attend a virtual school. So let's draw some cards. And so the first card I have for you is the Two of Cups reversed. I feel it is going to be a little bit of an emotional, stressful upheaval for you initially. I feel it's going to take you a little while to settle in should you choose this school for your daughter. I think it's your daughter from memory. The second card I have is the Two of Swords reversed. Now, this is positive when I see it reversed for you, because when it's upright, she's blindfolded, she's got her swords ready to talk and strike, but she can't see where to strike. I feel it's about you getting to understand what's involved in being in a virtual classroom, maybe getting some training done, maybe getting some practice in, and then having a plan. This is all about planning and knowing where you're going. The other card I have for you is the Ace of Wands reversed. And this is saying to me that I think there is potential here for you to do this. There is potential and energy for you to work it out, but it's going to take a lot of planning and a lot of time management for this to work for you. But I also have the roses. So I feel like this is an opportunity for your daughter to bloom and grow, and also for you to bloom and grow and learn a new skill set as part of what you're doing for your child. I also have the dog, and this is saying to me that I feel that this will be a friendly environment, even though it's on. So a lot of things to be considered there, isn't there? Interesting
How
question.
cool is it that you got the rose for the school called Rose?
I know.
That was
I know. I was so busy doing the reading. It was like mentally, it's like, oh, Rose, Rose, Rose.
I was following along and I just caught that when Squirrel said, I was like, wait a minute. So yeah, look at
Audrey
how
says,
that works.
oh, okay, thanks. Now, before we move on to our next question, our lovely ladies, why don't we share our card draw that we did for the collective before the show and see what the overall message is? So
Right.
I will go first if that's okay. So the card I drew first was the Ten of Wands. So this is saying to me that at the moment you are feeling a little bit burdened. You're feeling like you've got a lot on your plate, and the world is a very busy place at the moment. There's a lot going on. We talked about solar flares the other day behind the scenes and how they're all affecting us without us even realizing it. So I feel that with this Ten of Wands, there is a lot of energy where you're feeling pushed down. But if you look closely at this card, there are only 5 real wands there. The other 5 are reflected in the mirror. So really have a look and see what is truly going on as opposed to what you think is going on. Sometimes we can blow things that are giving us a bit of stress, giving us a bit of anxiety out of proportion. So it's about looking at what's really going on, not what you think is going on. So I feel that for you, it's just focusing on that and not letting it overwhelm you. Bunny, what card did you draw?
So for the collective today, I pulled a Knight of Wands. So in this very, very bright Knight of Wands, we are looking at that need to push forward. So it almost goes into what Innerji was saying. There's a need to push through this. So I almost feel like a lot of people right now may be a little bit overburdened by what they should do, what they haven't done, what they maybe should have, could have, would have done. And there's a need for you, especially with this Knight of Wands, to really take the action and push through. Just say, all right, I'm done feeling sorry for myself. I'm done being tired. I'm done being confused. Just take it and run. Sometimes you can't offer yourself too much thought when pushing forward into new ideas and new things and new ideas to benefit your life. Sometimes you just have to pick up and go. It's almost like a full card, but a little more extreme, a little bit slower, but also a little bit faster than a full card. You just have to pick your stick up and just push forward. And so I'm going to pass along to Squirrel. Squirrel, what did you get?
I got the Seven of Wands in reverse. And I think it's really cool because Innerji was talking about the heavy burden and some of it maybe being an illusion, and you saying picking up and going ahead. what I've got here in the upright position, he's on the defensive and he feels like everyone's against him. So that could be part of what's going on in the situation. But in the reverse, it's letting you know that you're not needing to be on the defensive. Not everybody is against you. And some of these people down here that look like or you feel like are against you, some of them will be willing to pick up part of the burden and help you move forward. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to say, I can't do this alone, because you're not alone. And hope that helps.
Wow, that's amazing. And they're all wands cards. How's that for
Yes.
synchronicity as well? So it's all about
Time
fire and energy, isn't it?
Push.
and
Push.
action.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
action and just, yeah, doing it and facing fear, I think, as well.
Mm,
So, yeah. Oh, I love how we all sync together when we do these combined readings. That is
yes.
just awesome. Thank you. Well, let's move on to our next question with our beautiful bunny this time.
So Love wants to know, why is Wava so nosy about my private life? She always asks very private and invasive questions about my life. We're not friends from the beginning. I got a certain vibe to distance myself from her. That's really important that you had that intuitive thought off the jump to go ahead and distance yourself. People who pry like that are typically a little bit jealous. Sometimes what happens is, especially with this Seven of Pentacles card, it really goes into showing that when someone is jealous of you, when someone is prying like that, it's jealousy, but that jealousy started from the beginning. And I think you saw that. But it's seeing that this person has opportunities. I don't have those opportunities. You drew a Page of Pentacles reverse. I believe this is a page. Yes, it's a Page of Pentacles reverse. You are having someone who is watching you succeed, watching you move forward, even if your success is very limited in your own viewpoint of yourself and what's going on, they're seeing you as being on top of the mountain. This is something I've actually talked about very recently. It's very funny this is coming up as a theme. But sometimes what happens is when people see success that they don't harbor or have in connection with their self, they will take it out on others. Love says, yes, from the beginning, she acted that way. That jealousy has stemmed there from the very beginning. And it's not because she necessarily dislikes you. It's a dislike for themselves. And that's why they project this onto you. It's really unfair. That's why she's nosy, though, because if I can find out all the information I need to know, if I can sit and talk with this person and find out everything I need to know, then I can push forward in the same exact way they're doing, and then I can find the same success. Because remember, this Page of Pentacles is reversed. They're not doing their own work to push forward and make better for themselves. So that's exactly what's happening. They're nosy because they want what you have. Even if you don't feel like you have that much, even if you don't.
Nice.
But remember, people will show you who they really are when they act this way. When you get that intuitive thought, believe them. Don't keep people around you like that. It's not healthy. It's no good.
Oh, what an awesome reading. And it's so true, isn't it? You know, and I encourage people to learn to trust their own intuition when things like that happen. You know, it blows me away that the instinct is there, but then we self-doubt and ask ourselves, oh, do I really think that's right or not? And that's
Yeah.
where, of course, we can help at My Psychic Connection. But that was an awesome reading, Bunny.
Thank you
Absolutely
so
Yeah, it
awesome.
was.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's move on
Beautiful.
to our next question with our beautiful squirrel.
We got Jocelyn S. Hi, Jocelyn. Jocelyn says, hi, ladies. Hey, what do you see for me for the rest of August in finance or traveling? Thank you so much. Well, I'll get either finance or traveling. Let's see. I can't answer both, but let's see what goes on. The two may go hand in hand. Finance or traveling in the next 2 months. Ooh, I'm seeing that things are really unbalanced right now, that you're not really at that place that you could mix the finances with the traveling or do something outside of the box, outside of what you normally do. You're still scrambling. It's almost like a hand to mouth situation where it's like, oh, God, I just want to get out of here, but I got to keep plugging along. I don't see any reason for celebration or any kind of movement forward here with this Four of Wands in reverse. The instability that's surrounding your finances at the moment within the next 2 months as well, it's really difficult for you to do what's the normal for you. And then I have the Ace of Wands in reverse, which means no action, either financially or with travel, because in this case, they do come hand in hand, and you are going to be feeling down on your luck for the next 2 months. And I really hate to tell you that, honey, but don't forget this wheel is always turning. This is the wheel of fortune, and it sometimes it turns slow and sometimes it turns fast, but it always comes back on top. So hold on, hold on. There will be travel in the future, but not for the next 2 months, Jocelyn. I'm so sorry. I hope that helps.
Right on the bell. I couldn't have timed that if I tried.
That was great.
I
Was
feel
good
bad
timing.
though. I want to say, put on your party shoes and go. It'll come.
I know. And Love says, thank you so much. I appreciate the confirmation. And
Oh, love, you're
sometimes
so
that's,
welcome.
isn't that great? And sometimes that's what readings are about, confirming that the own thoughts and feelings that people already
Mm,
have, that we already have, that hearing it validated from someone else helps.
Yeah.
It helps build your own trust in your own intuition and your confidence, doesn't it?
yes.
Absolutely. Now, Squirrel, there's a lot going on in the sky at the moment. Could you bring us up to date on where we might need to focus?
Okay, let me get my notes. Now, I'll try not to go in depth, too in depth. We've got actually a lot of Mercury action going on right now. We've got the moon in Gemini, and Gemini, its natural ruler is Mercury. And then we have Mercury in Virgo, which that is another natural, that's the feminine natural placement for Mercury. And we've got Mars in Virgo, which is also the feminine Mercury place. So what y'all like, what the hell does Mercury mean, squirrel? Mercury is our thought process, our clarity of thought. And Gemini and Virgo both bring in real attention to detail, curiosity, the need to learn. And then we have quite a few, I'm not going to go too into detail, but we've got quite a few trines going on that really light that thought process, that thinking up. So if you guys are having amazing ideas right now, whether they be entrepreneurial, creative, something around the home, follow those ideas, take action, do them. If you're not in a place to take action, do yourself a favor and write the ideas down, because right now our minds are just going pow, 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 pow. And if you can't sleep because of all this mental activity going on, just take some time to meditate or read or do something you enjoy that relaxes you so you can go to sleep. Because otherwise, when your head hits the pillow, your brain's going to start going, but what about this? Oh, do snakes have ears? Oh, wait, do we know what a solar flare is? It's going to drive you insane. But it's great, great energy. And right now, things are in place to really put those ideas into reality. I hope that helps y'all.
Oh, that was awesome. That was brilliant. And yes, I get it. I've got moon in Gemini in my birth chart. And believe me, I fire all the time. So the last couple of days for me, I've been like,
Look, energy, we were both moon and Gemini. It's a mess over here. It's
That
chaos.
makes three.
oh
We
my
moon
goodness,
in Gemini 3.
Gemini 3. How incredible. But some great advice there on how we can manage our energy around this, all the ideas and overthinking. So, speaking of thinking, I'm thinking we might go on to our next question. Who do we have, please? And we have the beautiful Adrian. Hello, Adrian. And she says, hello there, lovelies. Would love any direction on how my vehicle situation will end up working out this year. Thank you in advance. So let's have a look. Vehicles, cars, four-wheel drives. How will that work out for you this year? So I'm just going to pop out some cards and see what's happening. I feel that for you before the end of this year, I've got the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So I do feel that there is an opportunity around upgrading your car or doing something to your existing car that makes it run more smoothly. But I am feeling like you've got to be a little bit aware of the finances. They're not too bad. I've got that Five of Pentacles reversed, but I feel like you've just got to make sure that you've got a budget to either upgrade your current car so that it's working at its optimal, or purchase a new one. Now, intuitively, I'm leaning towards a new car. You getting rid of the one you've got and getting a new one. That's the kind of energy I'm feeling. And I feel that that's something you want as well with that Page of Cups. You know, we try and be practical when it comes to doing things like buying cars because they are a big investment, but it is wondering if I should buy from a private seller or something like a car mart, I should say, and financing it. Well, that's kind of a separate question. So let's stick with whether it's a good idea to go and get a new car. And it's saying that the need is there, the emotional intent is there. I feel that you've got to really look at the finances around this. And I've got the Six of Cups as well. And I kind of feel that you're wanting your dream car. You know, you'd like that special one that you've been dreaming about. And I feel that you need to pull back from that and look at it from a more practical perspective with these pentacles and look at your budget. Look at what you need and then take it from there. And of course, if you'd like more information than that, in fact, if anyone would like more information from any of the free readings, don't forget, you can click the link for a donation for a 3-minute. And Adrian says, thank you for your energy. I love the way she says that. Love listening to you always. Thank you, Adrian. Look, we're all here to help. So if you would like a donated reading, we've got the 3-minute. Remember, you need to choose the psychic that you would like to read for you. We've got the 5-minute general. We will each take a little bit of time from that 5 minutes to read. Then we've got the mini and the mega where we go really in depth. So make sure you click that donation button because it helps the platform. It helps us stay here so that we can keep supporting you. And we love being here to support you. Okay, let's move on to our next question with our beautiful smiling bunny.
All right. So the next question is from Unique. Will my finances improve soon? Money hecka tight. Man, I feel you. I'm right there. The summer's been a little rough for everybody, hasn't it? So I'm right there with you. I do feel, unfortunately, there are some decisions that have been made currently within the regards of your finances that may not have been great for what you have going on right now, right? So you started with the Fool card reverse. This is telling me, like, in the most direct way possible, that this is a no. But I think this no is temporary because I'm feeling like within the next 2 to 4 months, things are going to improve. But there's something that needs to come to an end. You drew a 10 of Swords reverse. There's something that needs to cease. So there's something that you're putting a lot of excess money on or into. This could be a person, and it's someone you're communicating with or something you're communicating with. This could be a creative idea. It could be a person. It could be something that a large portion of your financial power is going into. That needs to come to an end because what is happening is you're opening up this kind of open-ended branching into other things. So you're putting money into one pot, but the pot is branching into a giant tree and it's just going everywhere. And instead of back in your pocket where it's supposed to go, there's no fruit coming. So you're kind of, it's almost like you have too many windows open at once. There's something you need to close out that is just siphoning away from you. And this isn't a bad thing. This isn't an unfixable thing, but I do think it regards communication around a person. So you have a King of Swords reverse and then also a Tower reverse. There's something that needs to be said. There's something not being said and something that needs to be said. A boundary needs to be set between you and another. And so that you can essentially dial back where you're spending a little bit too much or putting too much effort into this one thing. And I know sometimes it's very hard to not do that, especially as adults with adult problems and adult financial issues, but there has to be a priority that is set for what you're looking forward to do. I do think in about 2 to 4 months, though, things are going to get a little bit better. There just needs to be an end to a situation. All right, and I hope that was able to help you, Miss Unique. Thank you so much.
Oh, Awesome, awesome question, awesome answer. Finances do seem to be a big thing at the moment, don't they?
Yes. I don't know why I needed to
Jupiter.
stop. I
Jupiter
needed
in Taurus, and Jupiter is like the great expander, and Taurus is all about, you know what, the stability and the
Mm,
material things, and definitely finances. So if you have them, Jupiter's going to make them bigger, and if you don't have them, you're just going to be more aware of
as
it.
a Sagittarius, that hurts me.
Uh,
Oh,
Same here.
Sagittarius.
I'm Sag as well. Absolutely. Now,
Oh no.
ladies, oh yeah, two
Oh yes.
girls. Three fire signs, Leo and two Sag. Wowee. Now,
Oh,
ladies,
that's
I've
a
got a
fiery combination. That's a
look
And
at
all
people.
Gemini moons.
all Gemini
All
moons. The
Gemini
rising
moons.
signs would be interesting. I'm
It's a
curious.
Libra.
fun time tonight. Ladies, I have a question for you. Do you want to play the emoji game?
Ooh, let's
Will we?
play.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All
Yes.
right. Let's. So, what you're going to do is you're going to start madly keying in all your favorite emojis. Blue hearts and kangaroos for me. Bunny, what is your favorite emoji?
I like the pink heart with the sparkle emoji and the bunnies.
Nice, nice. And squirrel, what's your favorite emojis?
Squirrels.
Squirrels, of course. What else would it be? So start typing in those emojis, put in your favorite emojis as well, because you will win. The person with the most emojis will win a 1 card reading from myself, Bunny, and Squirrel. Yes. So start going with that. But in the meantime, now let's move on to our next question. Who do we have? Oh, how awesome. We have a donation. It's wonderful to receive donations, and we really, really do appreciate them. So, beautiful Gemma, thank you for donating. And let's have a look at what it is you'd like to ask about for your 3-minute reading. And Gemma asks, I spoke to Adam about the friendship he was keeping from me. He was quite shocked and said it wasn't on purpose. We are fine now. He has made a few other new female friends this year. Can I trust him? Let's have a look, Gemma, and see. She says the women are fun, gorgeous, and like to travel. I can't compete against them really, but Adam said he loves me though. Oh, look, Gemma, I feel like there's a bit of fear and a little bit of insecurity that you have there, but let's have a look and see what the cards have to say around this situation for you. I think part of the issue for you is I've got the world reversed. And at the moment that you feel like your world is quite closed in, you don't have the freedom that you would like in order to be able to physically spend more time with Adam. And so I feel that that is playing on your mind a lot. In terms of these other women, I've got the 7 of Cups reversed. You do not have to worry about Adam. You can 100% trust him. If it came up that way, I would say, yeah, maybe there's a bit of a roving eye, but no, they're just friends. That is all. I've also got the 9 of Pentacles reversed, and I feel this comes back to you as well. You kind of feel that you're needing Adam around you more, needing his support more in the physical sense of being in the same place. And at the moment, because it's by distance, it does create these fears and worries for you. I'm just going to draw some split coins as well. Don't you love that sound? I've got the roses for you as well. Look, you can trust Adam. This is a relationship that is going to continue to bloom and grow. The real issue here is about learning to trust yourself around this. He is very loyal to you. I've got the dog. This is all about loyalty and companionship. He is more than there for you. It is just geography that is getting in the way. And I know how hard that is. And Gemma says he's hopefully coming to see me for my birthday next month. Well, happy birthday for next month. And that would be wonderful. So looking at Adam a little bit more for you. You know, I feel he misses you just as much as you miss him. He's got the King of Cups reversed. And so I feel like, yeah, he gets a bit down at the times when he can't sort of see you and be with you as often as he would like. And he is looking for a time when we can turn that around and it can be a celebration. The other thing I will say is that things are going along in the right order for you and Adam at the moment. I know it may not seem like it to you, but they are in the right order. You are on the right path together. So please put those fears to rest. He is a loving soul, and I think you're lucky to have each other. Thank you so much for your donation and your question. We so appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
It can be hard in long distance relationships, can't it?
Yeah, it's really, really hard. You got to be strong to stay in one. So I give anyone my props who can make it work. You are tough people.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes, it's like my husband and I are in a long distance relationship right now, and I miss him. 4 months I haven't really seen him, so
Yeah. A
But
virtual
it
hug
was
is just the same thing, isn't it?
Not. That would
And
be a
Gemma
long distance.
and Gemma says, thank you so much. I feel better now. Gemma, and this goes for everyone, we are here to support you. And remember, no question is silly here at My Psychic Connection, unless it's a legal or a medical one, which we don't do, but we are here for you to help you on your journey. And Love says, yes, validation helps so much, especially from psychics. It's better than therapy. Oh, thank you, Love. That is so sweet of you. Sending out some love to love.
Oh, love hearts.
All right. Yeah.
So
Yes,
Buddy
Squirrel.
was asking what our rising signs were,
Oh,
because we're
yeah.
all fire and air so far.
Okay, my rising sign is Capricorn.
Oh, mine is a Pisces.
I am Libra.
Blender.
Hear me
Libra, so we're all
roar.
different. This is how we bring in our uniqueness, isn't it? Right.
What is squirrels? Squirrels, what is yours?
Libra.
Libra. Oh.
I'm full of hot air,
Oh,
fire
I'm
and
the
air.
I was going to say you were the peacemaker.
No, I'm the chaos, and then I cry about the chaos I create.
Aww.
I take my Sagittarian energy and ground it with Capricorn practicality, just like our beautiful psychic Kay.
Yes.
Let's move on to our next question, please. Who do we have?
We have Haley T. Haley says, do you believe Hundu and I will talk again on a regular basis soon? We haven't talked mostly all summer. He is a love interest of mine. Does he think about me often too, since we haven't talked? And thank you. And hi, Haley. It's good to see you. Let's see. Hundu, will you talk on a regular basis soon? Aw, yes, he thinks about you. Oh, Haley, he thinks about you so much. And it always makes him feel brand new. He is definitely got that. It's not like full blown, oh my gosh, I want to marry you type thing yet, but it's that sweet, innocent, oh my gosh, I think I like her. I could really learn to love her type of energy. It's just he's got so much responsibility going on right now that he hasn't been able to reach out. He does think about you often, but he's got a lot on his plate. And this is the seven of coins in reverse. And upright, it's like they're just sitting there waiting for the apples to grow or the gold to grow, but all of it's grown, and he's hopping, like I said, in a like I say, like a cat in a rocking chair contest. He is crazy busy, and it's mostly responsibility. Now he is trying to get things done so that he can spend time with you, quality time, not just a hey there, how you doing type of thing, but quality time that you can do the things you like together. And I love this card for that. It's like he's saving time, and time is the most valuable thing that any of us have if we use it properly. So he is doing that. And yes, look at this Ace of Wands. So with this, I'm going to say, don't go too fast, but definitely, you're going to be able to. That helped. I like that.
Oh wow. Yeah, I love those readings when it's all
Yes.
positive and it's the start of a relationship. Isn't it so exciting? You know, it doesn't matter how young or how old you are, you still get that ooh kind of feeling,
Oh,
don't you?
that Page of Cups is so in his feels.
Oh,
Oh,
that's so cute.
love it.
Oh, I like
Yeah,
that.
funny. I was watching the show last week and you were talking about using dice for divination. Now, it's something I, excuse the pun, dabble with, but I would love to hear a little bit more about that. I think everyone would love to hear about that.
All right. So, fun facts about me. I do use dice for divination. Now, I have this beautiful little box constructed by my wonderful fiance because he has the art skills. I don't. But in here is a bunch of different sections. As you can see, I keep 6 dice in here. So, we have things like friendships, home, work, finances, what to avoid, what's in the shadows, and other topics like that. And so, typically, what I'll do is I'll roll either my 6-sided dice or depends on what I'm looking into. So, we'll probably take like maybe a d20 or maybe a D10, something like that. If you notice, I am very much a nerd. So these are like double-sided or not double-sided, 6-sided, 10-sided, 20-sided dice. And I will roll them. And everything, it's almost like a mix of intuition and numerology. So say if I roll on love and relationships and I get a 6, but then in home and family life, I get a 1. So your love and relationships would be more so in a stagnant place, specifically because you're in this almost standstill, because one part of your life you have the love that you're looking for, and the other part of your life you don't really have it, so you don't feel that completion, so you're almost stuck. Now a 6 isn't bad, and it leads into a 7 because 6 plus 1 is 7, so there's a little bit of numerology that goes into it and very simple math, but essentially I can break down a situation much better. And sometimes if I want to throw a poker card in there, because I like to do that too, it gives a more complete and whole reading. It's a very direct way to read, and then I can get a little bit better into time frames. I can get better into like certain elements that go into the dice. So like let's say green would be your money, your stability. Blue, clarity. Red is like your passions, what you're working towards, what you're pushing forward. Pinks, those are going into your love and romance. So it's a very almost comprehensive way to give the most in-depth reading physically possible. I want to do more of them in the future, but it so far is probably one of the most fun things I've ever figured out that I could do. So
Oh, that is awesome.
yes, it's a lot of fun, and it lets me live in my inner nerd.
That
I
is
absolutely
epic.
love that.
Thank you.
And it comes back to you can actually use anything for divination purposes because it's your own psychic abilities, your intuition, plus the tools combined that can make things unique. I absolutely love that. Thank you for sharing.
Of
That
course,
is,
my pleasure.
yeah,
We're
that
gonna
is
have to get
brilliant.
readings from you.
Yes, yes.
Yes, me. All right, let's move on to our next reading, please. Who do we
All right, we got a donation from Katie P. Thank you, Katie. And it's good to see you, darling. Let's see. Katie says, what to expect between Marlene and me in the future. All right, Marlene. Okay. Um, Marlene is not who she appears to be. I know you've got this gut feeling about this one. You have to have a gut feeling about this, Katie. You're pretty intuitive. But this is like in the reverse. This is the magician. This is the trickster card. It's a card of deception. She is appearing as one thing to you, but this woman either talks about you behind your back or is deceptive about who she is. And I'm feeling very strongly gossip because I do have like the quintessential gossip card. This woman is not your friend, Katie. Um, I'm sorry to say it like that, but you she is working against you, and she is after what you have and doesn't want you to have it. She is coming across as one thing, but I think that you have that gut feeling, or you've seen tells that are saying red flag, red flag. Pay attention to the red flags, Katie. Whether she's your boss, your mother-in-law, your friend, she says, yes, I understand that. Pay attention. Yeah, total, we were talking about validation earlier. Those red flags you've been seeing are absolutely real. This woman is not your friend. And Katie says, will we end our friendship? Honestly, that is totally up to you. This woman could hurt you very, very badly. And she is the gossip. The gossip is horrible. Find out what she's saying about you and how she's making you appear to others, because this is not in your best interest. I know it's really hard to let somebody go, and Katie says yes, especially when you've loved them or you feel like you love them. But Marlene is not your friend, Katie. And she said, is she doing this on purpose? Yes. With the cards I've got here, I've got the magician in reverse, the trickster, the deception. I've got the 3 of Cups in reverse, the gossip. And that says this is not your friend. 3 of Cups is women supporting each other. She says, I can't handle her. I thought she is my friend. I am so, so sorry, honey. You trust your gut, girl.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
so
hard one, isn't it? But we have to tell it the way we see it as well. And then after that, that's when free will comes into play, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely.
yes.
Now,
Yeah, it's
don't forget
always
about
hard.
it. It is hard. Now, don't forget about our emoji competition. So keep putting in those emojis, all your favorite colors, hearts, squirrels, kangaroos, bunnies. Get them going so that you can win a 1 card reading from each of We Psychics 3. So let's move on to our next question, please. Who do we have?
Sophia, hello. Any idea on what's going on with my son, please? He has so much anger towards me and I don't know why. Oh my goodness, Sophia, I am so sorry that you are going through this. I know that when anger comes out more explosively like that, it's almost so difficult to kind of pinpoint where it might be coming from and for why it's happening. I think in regards to your son, he may be a little bit down on his luck. Things may be moving a little bit slow or a little bit unfairly in his life. You drew this Chariot reverse. This is kind of almost an indicator that things just don't seem balanced for him right now. And unfortunately, sometimes when we're off balance and things in our life are not taking off the way they're supposed to, or we feel inadequate, which is also something I feel from this, then sometimes we end up taking out our feelings on the very wrong person. Even the person who loves us the most become a target of our unexpected anger. With this 3 of Swords reverse, he doesn't want to be like that. He doesn't want to hurt you. He doesn't want to push you away, but it's almost like there's such a buildup of feelings. Then there's nothing else he can do. Almost, it's like he has to let these feelings out because he's harboring a lot inside. A lot of this has to do with emotional withholding. So there's a lot he's just holding on the inside. I don't know of what age your son may be. It's a little hard for me to pin that down personally, so if you can let me know, that would be super great. However, he is kind of in this space where he just feels confined. He feels confined, and unfortunately, because you are the closest to him, he is your collateral, and that is the worst feeling to feel. I feel bad because I've also put my parents through something similar because I held so much inside. He's 38. That can also be a thing we go through, especially towards the later portions of our life, where we just feel like we have to be strong all the time and we just break down. So it feels really rough right now for you, hun, but remember, just keep loving him through it because he is going to push through. Just give him time. It's just unfortunately your collateral. I'm so sorry, but I hope things go well and much better in the future for you. All right.
And it can be so hard when we, our family are estranged from us and we don't really understand why. If you have an out and out argument and you go, that's it, not talking to you anymore, that's one thing. But when it just kind of seems to slip away, it can be really hard to deal with, can't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Oh,
KDP says, thank you. Our
you're so
hearts go
welcome.
out to you, Katie.
Yes.
big love hearts
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Remember to share us out far and wide. Like, subscribe, share, click that notification bell. That way, you won't miss out on any of the great YouTube only content that we have. We have daily shows, Card of the Day, Cassidy the Card Slinger, Angel Numbers with Destiny K, and Destiny K has something new every day as well. In addition, she has Raise Your Vibrations and Intentions. I watched the first one the other day and I thought, that's amazing. She goes so in depth. I also do numerology now weekly. We've got our Miss Squirrel doing the transits anew, just as the example you saw in the show tonight, telling us what's going on in the sky. And we also have the enchanted spreads, fairy tales, and a reading with our beautiful psychic Kay. And of course, I do spilling the tea. And monthly, it's Squirrel's astrology of the mythology of astrology. I always say it backwards. And if you missed, I know, if you missed the recent show all about Leo, don't miss that. It is awesome. And drum roll, our beautiful psychic sisters, we have an emoji winner. Arlene, congratulations for putting in the most emojis. Woohoo! So we're each going to draw we're each going to draw a card for you. I'm going to use my favorite hybrid deck, 2 oracle decks in one. So let's see what my card is for you as our emoji winner. And I have realignment. It's time to have a look at your life and see where things are out of alignment and where you need to bring them back into alignment. The card also says, feel the ebb and flow with life. So this is saying that alignment is less about forcing and pushing, but allowing it to naturally come back into alignment. There are things that happen to us in life that are outside of our control, and we sometimes try and push when we should just think about where we are and how in alignment we are with ourselves, as opposed to the situation that's going on around us. So this is saying for you, Arlene, just bring your alignment back together, but do it gently. Don't force or push, and just go with the ebb and flow. And let's see what Bunny has for her special card for Arlene, our emoji winner.
So Arlene, I drew from my hummingbird deck for you. You drew this beautiful honeysuckle red. Sweet and fiery, your emotions are at the root of the situation. Use the color red to soothe and heal. So it goes a lot into what energy is saying, especially about managing and kind of relaxing your emotions. There's a lot I feel like you need to say. There's a lot that you feel like you need to get off your chest. Even I kind of came through for a second channeling wrong, but it's almost like you need to look from within and be able to reformat how you articulate what your feelings are, because what may be happening is sometimes your emotions may be coming on too strong or not strong enough. And so there's a redirection that needs to happen and a refocus with how you say it, how you express it, and how you push forward with it. You have a lot of words and thoughts and feelings and emotions that need to come up. It's almost explosive. Oh, Arlene says, needed to hear that. Thank you. My energy has been all over the place. Oh, Arlene, I totally understand. I think it's the season doing it to all of us, but there's a need to almost revamp how you say things and change the way you put that energy forward. It's not like soften up. It's a redirection. You don't want to just be too soft on yourself. Just redirect how you say it, and then try and push forward with whoever you're directing that with, and just be firm in how you feel, but change how you say it. So I'm going to pass you along to Psychic Squirrel, and I hope that was a helpful help for you. Words are hard.
I'm using this human, and Arlene says, been doing a lot of self-reflection. Oh, yeah. I'm using the Human Spirit Oracle. And Arlene, I got not my monkeys, not my circus. So I think a lot of the realigning that you need to do and the things that you need to work on saying are telling people no. You are scattered and stretched thin because you're tending to everybody's monkeys when it's not even your circus. You're doing everything for everyone else. You don't even have time for your own daggone monkeys. So, learn to say no. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. And people get pushy about it. But I need this, but I need this, but I need this. You don't have to explain to them why you can't do it. Say no, hold your chin up, realign to take care of Arlene. Yeah, you can still take care of other people, but don't stretch yourself so thin that your circus monkeys run away. That's all your energy. Just you're giving it away. Save some for yourself, honey. I hope that helps.
And congratulations on being our emoji winner this evening. And yeah, I have a little saying. I don't always put it into practice, I'll be really honest, but I always like to say no is a complete sentence.
Yes.
I love that saying.
Yes.
That's one we got to give to Kay.
Yes.
No, I mean
No.
her. She loves quotes.
Yes, probably the shortest quote in history.
Quotes.
No is a complete sentence. I
Yes.
love that.
It's my
I love that.
favorite.
Yes, add it to
Mine
Psychic
too.
K's quote list. All right. Let's move on to our next question, please. Who do we have?
Hello. So we have a paid donation. Thank you so much, Clarissa. She wants to know, my question is, will I be successful owning / being a life coach / relationship coach? Excuse me. Thank you so much for your question, Clarissa. And thank you so much for the beautiful donations. We love donations here because they help keep things running smoothly here at the show. So with that said, you want to know if you will be successful. I think the answer is yes, but there's a way you need to rework in your head your plan. So right now, there's a balance that needs to come in. So you have this chariot of reverse, and this is talking about the lack of balance between the plan, the idea, the structure, and what you need to accomplish. So it's almost like you have too many thoughts, too many ideas, too much building in your head at once. And instead of being able to isolate what you need to focus on, you are then essentially throwing everything in the bucket. You're throwing all the crabs in the bucket at once. That's way too much. You have to slow down your thought process. This chariot is also indicative, this chariot reverse specifically is indicative of needing to slow down. You are moving at 6.9 million miles a minute. I can feel it. It's coming through the channeling. And unfortunately, when we do that, we end up psyching ourselves out. So your world is ending up in reverse. That's not the greatest position to be in a situation like this. You have put so much in your plate. You've put too many crabs in the bucket. And so your world is reversed because now you're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So in order to kind of push through that, you have to push through this self-doubt. That is what is causing you to put, it's like almost, you may not realize this about yourself, or maybe you do, I could be wrong, but there's a need for you to slow your thoughts down, because what happens is you put too much in one basket. You're like, let's go, jump, very fire-based energy. You jump, but then you end up blocking yourself from your blessings because you've put everything all in it at once instead of focusing where you need to focus. You can do all of these things that you're asking for. You can be a life coach. You can be a relationship coach. You can be any kind of coach you want to be. You can do it all, but you have to take a step at a time. And I feel like that's where that chariot reverse is really pushing you. You're not taking one step at a time. You're not taking the proper protocol in order to make the dream work. You have the dream, you have the drive, you have the determination, but you don't have the plan. And that's kind of what we're looking at here. So what I'm kind of seeing is this temperance card reversed. And that temperance is literally your patience. Temperance, patience, temper, patience. How you see things. You're not being patient with yourself. You're giving yourself too much. You're pushing too hard, too fast. You are going to be successful. But the more you overload yourself, the less confident you can be. So you have the Six of Wands reversed. You're not seeing your own success. You're not seeing where it can flourish because you've put so many crabs in the bucket. And now you got, oh my God, I have 600 crabs in the bucket. So remember, when you put too much on your plate, you will overload your brain and you will burn out before you even start your project. So good luck, Clarissa. You got this. Just take your time. And thank you so much.
And with that moon in Gemini, my gosh, the brain is working overtime at the moment, isn't it?
Yes, you've noticed I can't talk today.
Mercury in Virgo. Oy.
Yeah. The devil's in the detail.
Yes.
Now, remember, everyone, we've got some great live shows that are happening all through the week, Monday to Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I've got to do the Australian midday for my Aussie friends. We have Monday nights, Psychic K, the intuitive empath. Tuesday nights, it's me, Innerji, the metaphysical crone. Wednesday nights, like right now, it is We Psychic 3. Thursday nights, coming from the cackling witch's den, coming out of the cauldron is our beautiful psychic Rose. And then Friday, it's the end of the week party time. And that happens at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Aussie time on a Saturday morning. And it is Journey Ryan with Journey and Friends. All together, ladies, who will the psychics be this week? Who will the friends be? Oh, you'll have to tune in to find out. How's everybody doing tonight? Are you all having a blast? I'm so excited to be working with you, Bunny, and you, Squirrel. It's fantastic fun.
I'm loving this.
So much fun. I am so hyped. I'm having so much fun.
Oh my God, I'm going to ping it off the walls.
The energy in the air. It's the Leo season doing it to us.
It is Leo season. Party time, party time.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to our last question for the evening. I wonder who that question will be from.
All right, we have another donation. Katie, hi again, honey. I love you. So Katie asks, will I get my mortgage assumption approved? And that's actually a really yes, no question. So I'm going to ask and see, even if it's a yes or no, what you can do to help that get approved. Okay. So will you get your mortgage assumption approved? Okay. Wow. It seems like things are clogged up right now. Is this already in the process? Because it feels like it either is moving very, very slowly or things have halted. Like the office that's supposed to be doing this paperwork came to a screeching halt and you're like very, very frustrated. Like, will you just do this already? Now, you have, again, with the gut feeling. What is it with you, Katie? I think we need to turn you into a psychic because you got some damn good gut feelings. But I've got the high priestess here for you. And you know in your heart that this is supposed to be approved. This is a resounding yes, but right now it's a gut instinct. And all of these cards of halting progress, whether you've turned the paperwork in or you've had a hard time doing the paperwork, start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. It's starting to make you doubt your intuition. It's starting to make you doubt your knowing that this is supposed to happen for you. So do me a favor. I think the best thing you can do right now is stop doubting. Now, if you haven't, I feel like you have already put the paperwork in. If you have not already, do not be afraid to get somebody to help you do the paperwork because that stuff, it's all in legalese. She says it's been over 9 months. Oh, yeah, it feels like it's halted in the progress. Okay, so you've already turned in the paperwork, so you won't need the people to help you fill it out. Definitely call the company or the mortgage, the bank that is doing the assumption approval for you, and ask, now, what is the holdup? There's a saying that I usually really hate. It's called the squeaky wheel gets the grease. And what it means is the people who speak up get the answers. The people who speak up get what they want. If you've been waiting for this to happen and haven't heard anything back, that paperwork might have been misplaced. That paperwork might have been lost in a pile of other paperwork, and they're not aware that it's there. Let me look at that. Okay, so if you call them and let them know that you've sent that paperwork in and say, what is the problem? And they will expedite it, and that won't make them mad at you. Use proper tone of voice. Don't get all huffy. What the hell is wrong with you people? Nothing like that. But if you can make the time to say, hey, I sent in my paperwork 9 months ago. I'm still waiting on the results. Can you help me and see if my paperwork has been seen and what part of the process it's in? And we got cause for celebration and support. The person that you speak to will actually do what you ask them to and find out for you. But your intuition, again, Katie, is dead. So, yeah. Oh, I
Wow,
hope
what an
that
awesome
helped.
reading.
Yes.
Oh, that was a great reading.
Good.
I was listening I listen carefully to everyone's readings, because don't you find when you do a reading, you can tune in and think, oh, that actually could apply to me. I might think
Yes.
about that.
Oh,
Yes.
Well,
yeah.
I can't believe it. We've come to the end of our hour already here at We Psychics 3. That's just phenomenal. So don't forget, we've got our live shows Monday through Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard, Journey and Friends Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. And before we go, I would love my lovely psychic sisters to say a few words of farewell. So, Bunny, what would you like to say to everyone?
Everybody, thank you so much for coming and showing up and showing out today. Thank you so much for your beautiful questions, your beautiful emojis. It's been an absolute dream reading for you all. Like a couple of times I've been on here now. So I am so thankful for you all allowing me to share this energy with you. And I hope to see you all again soon. Take care, everybody. And
You guys, it was so great to be here. I can't believe how fast those hours go when we're hanging out with you. I want to thank everybody for being here, but I gotta tell you my joke. I didn't get to tell you my joke, so I'm gonna do it real fast. What do you cross? What do you get? Blah, 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 blah. I'm all excited. What do you get when you cross a really angry sheep with a pissed off cow? You get an animal that's in a bad mood. Yay! Okay, I love you guys. No, bye.
Oh, I forgot about the story joke that you were going to tell. That's my fault. I take responsibility for that. But thank you for your amazing questions this evening. Thank you for being here and supporting all of the wonderful psychics here at My Psychic Connection. We wish you the best of weeks. Until next time, many blessings to you.